For Alex, it all began with a simple box, forgotten and coated in the dust of decades. He was a gardener by trade and by heart, a man who found his greatest joy in the patient unfurling of life from the soil. His hands, calloused and stained with earth, were more comfortable with the familiar weight of a trowel than anything else. One languid afternoon, while clearing out his grandfather's old shed, he stumbled upon an ornate antique box tucked away beneath a pile of brittle canvas. Inside, nestled on a bed of faded velvet, lay a single seed. It was unlike any he had ever seen, resembling a droplet of solidified twilight, shimmering with an internal pearlescent light. A strange curiosity, a gardener's undeniable urge to see what might grow, compelled him. That evening, under the watchful gaze of the rising moon, Alex pressed the mysterious seed into a patch of rich, dark earth in the center of his backyard. He watered it, whispered a quiet hope over it, and went to bed, entirely unaware that the world as he knew it was about to be irrevocably altered. He dreamt of silver roots and celestial whispers, a strange premonition of the impossible thing he had just set into motion. The dawn broke, painting the sky in hues of rose and gold, and Alex awoke with a peculiar sense of anticipation. He made his way to the garden, coffee in hand, expecting to see nothing but the same patch of damp soil. What he found instead made the ceramic mug slip from his grasp, shattering on the stone path. Where he had planted the seed, a sapling now stood, already 2 feet tall. It was not made of wood, but of a strange metallic substance that glinted like polished pewter in the morning light. Intricate, glowing veins of pure cobalt blue pulsed just beneath its surface, tracing patterns that resembled star charts and spiraling galaxies. It seemed to hum with a low, resonant frequency, a vibration that Alex could feel in the soles of his feet and the depths of his chest. This was no ordinary plant. It was growing with an unnatural, almost alarming speed. By midday, it had doubled in height, its slender trunk thickening and its strange metallic branches reaching ever higher towards the sky. As if yearning for something far beyond the familiar blue of the atmosphere, Alex could do nothing but watch, a silent, captivated witness to this impossible rapid genesis. The next few days blurred into a montage of breathtaking transformation. The metallic sapling continued its relentless ascent, but its form began to shift and crystallize. The pewter-like bark softened into a translucent crystalline structure, refracting the sunlight into 1,000 dancing rainbows that sprayed across his lawn. It was no longer a sapling, but a magnificent, otherworldly tree. In place of leaves, it began to grow delicate, shimmering petals. These were not the soft, organic petals of a flower, but impossibly thin shards of what looked like spun glass and captured moonlight. Each one was unique, a translucent marvel that hummed with a quiet, palpable energy, vibrating in harmony with the cobalt light that still pulsed from the tree's core. The air around the tree grew thick with the scent of ozone and something ancient, something that smelled like distant nebulae and the cold, clean void between stars. Alex abandoned all pretense of his normal life, spending his days and nights simply observing, mesmerized by the crystalline giant that now dominated his small, terrestrial garden. It was a piece of the cosmos, a living, growing, celestial body brought down to earth. The climax arrived on a moonless, ink-black night. The energy humming from the crystalline tree intensified, its inner light growing from a gentle pulse to a brilliant, silent thrum. Then it bloomed. But the blossoms were not flowers. From the tips of the crystalline branches, orbs of pure white light emerged, detaching themselves from their shimmering petals with a soft, bell-like chime. One by one, they floated gently upwards, like ethereal dandelion seeds catching a cosmic wind. They ascended past the roof of his house, past the highest clouds, and into the deep, dark canvas of the night sky. Alex watched, breathless, as they reached the stratosphere and began to move with impossible purpose. The familiar constellations, the signposts of his entire life, Orion, the Big Dipper, Cassiopeia, wavered and dissolved. The orbs of light danced among the ancient stars, pushing them, pulling them, and rearranging them into new, breathtaking patterns of unimaginable beauty. New constellations, brilliant and unknown, blazed into existence where old ones had been moments before. Alex stood alone in his backyard, neck craned, looking upon a sky that was no longer his. A silent spectator to the birth of a new celestial age.